Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back and welcome to our performance testing of the Black & Decker 20 volt cordless, what is this thing, a 5.5 inch saw? Yep, 5.5 inch. And of course the drill that came with this combo kit that I picked up at the Hawk Shop in North Bay today. So I figure it should have enough depth to eat through a 2x4. And if it can at least eat through that, I'm happy. So let's crank some juice through this puppy and see how she does. I think the saw blade needs to be tightened up a little bit. So this is going to be counterclockwise to tighten. It's a reverse thread. Alright. Slipped there a little bit, I think. Sounded like it. Give her another go. No mercy. That's what we like to see, right? That's respect. That thing eats through pretty good. Let's go in further here. Doesn't really bog that much when you try and force it a little harder. That's respect. That's a good saw, guys. I think that's definitely got a good thumbs up. So the next thing we want to do is grab a screw. We're going to start with this one here. About a it's almost a 4-inch screw. So let's drive this sucker into the wall and into a 4x4 and see how she does. Sure we got that in frame pretty good. Now this is the transmission on the high speeds, so second gear. Oh, that crapped out about there. Let's see if we can get it out. No, brass head screw, you ain't getting that out. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got a nice beefy screw here. Let me just change the tip real quick. Now, the transmission on high speed, you really shouldn't be driving it like that, but it gives you a pretty good idea of a little bit of torque. Alright, this is one of those big monster screws we did the test with the rigid drill. So we're going to put this in the first gear. Oh, not careful, you can eat up your bit. Well, that's not bad. It countersunk it in. It ain't no rigid tool, but, you know, this isn't the impact gun either. This is just straight drill. And that's in first gear. Let's see if we can get this out. Okay, now let's see what happens when we drive that in second gear. Not quite, but second gear gives you about that. So it got countersunk here with first gear, second gear, not quite. Now it's back into first gear. Let's see if we can suck it back in the rest of the way or not. It's going to spin too much. Let's see if we can get it back out. Alright. Now, with that bit of torture, See how well we're still in frame here. Alright, so with that bit of torture, I'm going to go back to the saw. That's a lot to demand of a drill. Now, I'll tell you one thing I don't like about this drill is, you know, with the, it doesn't lock the chuck like a rigid would, and then you can just, you know, crank it harder to tighten the chuck up. But, I mean, it's got enough there on first gear that you should be able to get it fairly tight. Second gear, forget it. Just put it in first gear. First gear is your torque gear anyway. Second gear is for doing drilling with. Alright. Let's put that away. Now, let's see how much of this battery we sucked out. So we've cut a few slices of 2x4 with it, plus the drilling, so... I let go of the trigger accidentally. Two by four is getting a little too short. There we go. I'm sure I can get a bunch more cuts yet, but that's quite a bit so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 slices altogether, I think. 14 slices. And a great big pile of sawdust to clean up now. That's respect, you know. Well, I still got plenty of juice there. That's respect. I really like that saw. That's good saw. The drill, I think, is pretty good for light to maybe medium duty, right? Probably get away with some medium duty stuff with this. Just nothing heavy duty, that's for sure. Not a heavy duty type of drill. Certainly, though, light to medium. 2x4s. Hey, chopping through them effortlessly, and if you do try and force it a little faster to dig in more, it's really not going to bog it down much, but if you take your normal time sawing a 2x4, you should get a ton of cuts per charge. You know, that's actually really good. So this definitely gets my vote. Clean that off before I take it back in the house. But definitely gets my vote for being a great little saw. You know, it's got just enough depth to go through that 2x4. Actually, what I want to do here is another cut. Let's see how much blade actually does stick out at the bottom. Okay. So it just does a 2x4, like just does it. So let's, there we go. There. Yeah, so that just does a 2x4. That's decent though. That's good enough. That's all right. That's pretty decent. So, okay. Definitely a good 4 out of 5 on this saw. Definitely a good 4 out of 5. The drill, I give it a 4. I give it a good 4. I mean, it's going to be great for light duty, great for medium duty stuff. I just wouldn't suggest the heavy duty. It's just not going to handle the heavy duty stuff. You're going to burn up the drill. You know, you're going to push it too hard and burn it up that way. And besides, I mean, if you're going to build a deck or something, you need like a 18 or 20 volt hex impact drill for that sort of stuff anyways, to do the job right. You don't use a regular drill for that, but you know, still for regular drilling and, you know, putting screws in and stuff like that. And like I said, light to medium duty, definitely a good drill. Would I recommend this kit? Well, actually yes, but just be aware of the fact that the charger that came with this kit, right, it's a long charger. You know, like, we're talking, from a dead battery, you're probably looking at a grand total of about 5 hours of charge time. Okay, which is excessively too much. You know, I mean, it would help to have some spare batteries, which would be great, but you still got to make it through that 5 hours, you know, of running your other stuff and waiting for that first battery. So you really should buy a faster capacity fast charger for it, and I think you'd be awesome that way. As far as the drill goes with the battery that's included, I mean, I think it's a good battery. I don't see any reason for not being able to fit a slightly bigger battery in this thing. But the battery temperature isn't too bad either for pushing it that hard. You know, that's acceptable, you know. There's no fuel gauge on the battery, but who cares? You'll know when it's dead anyways. And you just let it cool off for a bit and then throw it on the charger and away you go. So, as far as the project level though, I mean, if you're doing a lot of do-it-yourselfer stuff, like around the home, or, you know, even if you're working on your own RV trailer or something, it's going to be a great saw for doing that, you know. Even for the work we're doing in the shed here, I don't know if you can really see anything from the ground here, but we'll shift it over. I've been replacing the floor in here because it's been like gone, and we got to do some work on the roof too, and hopefully we can get this all finished this weekend and get the shop completely set up, which would be awesome. But this saw would actually work great, because even the plywood I'm cutting through is, well, that's about 5/8, I guess, half to 5/8, and it'll make it through there like nothing. It makes it through a 2x4, so, you know, but I wouldn't suggest these for any kind of professional usage, because anything Black & Decker is by no means for professionals. But home do-it-yourselfers, you know, great little backup saw. Like, I guess if you're maybe in the professional field and you just want a small saw to do light duty stuff with, yeah, this to definitely handle that. And it is very lightweight too, which is great. To be honest, I think it's better than the Ryobi one, you know, but who knows? I'd have to try out a Ryobi and find out. But I like this one. I like my rigid one. That's great. So it's definitely going to do the job. And anyways, so that's my little bit of a hardcore test for you, and my thoughts and review. So if you want to buy something like this, give her. Great saw. Pretty decent drill overall. And at least it's lithium ion too, which is great, so you're going to have a lot longer run time and more punch, that's for sure. So that's all good. So anyways guys, that's it, that's all. Thanks for watching, and hey, we'll catch you on the next video.